going, guys? We're just about to, go into the city from here in Brisbane station is called. There. So we're gonna catch a train from here and try to go in the city. But as you can see, with the weather out here, it's not in my favor. And I think it's about to rain, even though it's really nice. So it's really not in my favor, but we'll see what we can get away with and we'll film it. That's what we do. Time to explore, guys. So yeah, like I was saying, the public transport over here, these guys are very lucky. 50 cent per ride.
Oh.
We pay like about $5.50 for each way.
It used to be the prices was about $6, right?
Okay, why is it so cheap though?
Because the government decided to help road congestion.
Oh, okay.
And encourage people to take more public transport.
Okay, oh, that's neat.
And also probably save them from trying to catch people not paying. Let's make it cheaper.
Oh, all right. So just encourage people to use it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat. So do you think this is gonna be like this for a long time, or is it gonna change?
Said it for at least 4 years.
Oh, that's cool. We made it to Central Station. So this is like the middle of the city.
City.
So this is where it's all happening. Unlike Melbourne Central, it's like there's people everywhere in comparison. That's cool.
Only because we're in the middle of the day, but come in the morning and then afternoon.
Right. That's the Central Station in the middle of the city. So let's go and have a look-see. It's very neat, but also very clean. I like it. So we try and get through, but they also got like everything. You can use your phone, so you don't even need to have like a specific. So I'm just using my bank card to pay, and that's just 50 cents. See, that's it. So you just use your card, normal card,
This is the
to
old
pay
ones.
instead of so here. Show me. So that's their old cards that they use. But now you can just use your card for payment. You don't even need like if you were in Victoria, you use Mikey. No, here they're a little bit advanced, unfortunately, a little bit ahead. But it looks like they still cater for that as well. But if you got your card on your phone, you should be perfectly fine.
Eventually, this will go.
All right. I hope the Victorian government is watching. We need to start using, just our phones. We don't need all of that Mikey stuff, and paying for Mikey $10 or whatever.
Save millions.
Stop taking our money for no reason. All right, you don't need it. Julian's definitely going to work. He's going to work, but I'm definitely going to venture out and try and go against the rain. But this is the feel of it.
Nah, this is it. It's been like this
All day?
since last night.
Okay.
It's just like this, just drizzle rain.
Great.
So, we just call it a sprinkle.
Nice.
Now the train station comes out there, but
So that's Central Station
a lot of one-way systems.
on the roads, so you can't drive.
One way.
Oh, cool.
There's one way there, one way. There's a couple that has 2 ways, but
Yep.
they try and keep the city moving, so they do a lot of one-way.
Okay. So that's good though. It just, I suppose, it reduces congestion as well.
It doesn't cause confusion.
Yeah. Nice. I got some new glasses too. So apparently my other glasses make me look very old. So I was told to get new glasses.
No such thing.
I was told to get some new glasses, which I had to, so that I can get some peace. So I got some peace for getting new glasses. But since it's not sunny, I don't need to wear my sunnies today. So I think you guys will like to see my face for a change. Alrighty, let's go. Yeah, that's where we at.
Wait, but we'll just cross over.
Okay, that's all right. So I'll go and check out this mall. That is if they will let me film, but otherwise I'm just gonna walk around and explore and try and record as much as I can or explore as much as I can. Queen's Plaza. Very interesting.
We're going straight to riverside.
Yep.
There's a canal, there's a utility.
Okay. So apparently this place is one of the high-end shopping. And if you're into high-end shopping, this is a good place to come. That's the field in here. Very cool.
There's a car park underneath the building.
Yeah. Oh, so
There's only two.
Julian is saying just there's a car park underneath the building, so you can park underneath the building. But guys, look at this place, man. How cool is that? Very good.
There's a food court underneath as well.
Uh-huh. So since it's raining, I think we'll just explore around here a little bit and see what it has to offer. So got like David Jones.
Test your perfumes before you go to the real stores.
That's right. So that's David Jones. Very neat. So anyway, I'll let you be if you need to go, and I'll go and
All right, come.
yeah, I'll go and have a look on the outside and look for some nice buildings.
No cars here.
Okay.
Look at
So-
that wall. Look at that wall.
Apparently this is Queen Street.
Yeah.
So as you can see, there's no cars in here. So we'll try and explore that and then see as much as. What's that building over there?
So I'm the next one over around the corner, but
Okay.
that's where the old church is.
Okay, from here.
Yeah. So
So we'll go and have a look. They've got some Arcadias here. And it will be interesting to see what their Arcadias look like in comparison to the ones that we have in Melbourne. So really interesting.
there's a lot in the buildings all along
So
there.
it looks like there's one here. So apparently they have fuel in here. And there's also one that's like I've seen it. Julian's wife was showing me earlier. And it's a double story and it's not far from here. So we'll go and see if we can check that out. But this is the field in comparison to the ones that we had a look at over in Melbourne. Very cool. So it's kind of similar feel, cafes, and more cafes. Kind of like a really small one, it's not that big. Jewelry shops, like always. Very cool. Oh, I like that one. How nice is that? But that is that. It's a very small Arcadia. And let's have a look-see to see where the other Arcadias are. Let's see, let's explore. I mean, we're just gonna do what we do in Melbourne, just explore and see what we can find. And then after we can head back on Queen Street and see what that's like. That's Brisbane for you guys. Absolutely Brisbane for you. But anyway, that's what we got going over on that side, over there. All along there. All right, we keep going. I'm after this two-story Arcadia that I've just heard about. So I'm gonna try and find it and so we can explore it. So you can definitely tell this is not Melbourne, but I like how busy this street is. You know, very busy, very nice, absolutely nice feel. So we try and explore it. I think I'll just find one. So let's see what this looks like. How cool is that for a bar? Right in the middle of the street. Absolutely neat. All right. I think we just got lucky. You know, we got lucky for explorers. But this is what we find, guys. Look at this one. How cool is that? Very cool. It's got like a high-end jewelry and also just fashion. That's what's in here. But look at that, guys. Look at that. Very cool. So this is actually 2 stories. So we try and get up there and see what we can find. If you guys are enjoying these videos, I think it's about time you subscribe, or at least give my video a like, because we explore, that's what we do. So you can't say, but you're only doing it in Melbourne, or you're only in Melbourne, and guess what? We're out of Melbourne. We're actually out of Victoria. So we're here in Brisbane and we're doing it. So my goal is to do it, not just here, all over the country, but also outside the country. Nice restaurant. And more jewelry. And more jewelry. So pretty much that's all that's up here. Jewelry shop was worth a fine. And then explore. We walk along at the end, and hopefully there's stairs to go downstairs, and we can carry on our exploration on Queen Street. My shoulder could use some massage, you know, all the editing and all of that stuff. So the shoulder definitely could use some massage. So let's go and see what Queen Street has for us. And we'll explore some more. And this is what we got here, guys. So I'm gonna go on that side. So we just capture that for a second. I'll let you guys just soak in those views for a little bit. So that's the really nice bar up here. Jimmy's. Very cool. You can come out here and have a nice drink. A nice spot. You know, you can have a coffee. It looks like they do meals as well. Hey, what's going on here? I think somebody upset the government. The police are all over the place. I don't know what's going on here, but anyway. If it sounds like something that interests you, support his cause. He is recording himself, so he's got a bit of a thing going on here. But that's what's happening here, and that's just the center of it all, guys. So yeah, we carry on and see what else we can find. Some nice old building over here. Looks like it's been converted into a Hungry Jack. I could use a Hungry Jack. I like my Hungry Jack. But like I said, I'm a souvlaki guy. But if I don't have a souvlaki, I will settle for a Hungry Jack nicely. You know. And when I was a teen, one of my first jobs in the UK or in England was working for Hungry Jack, but also working for KFC. So as a 19-year-old, I couldn't get a job anywhere else other than that. So being an unskilled young man from Gambia, it just wasn't happening when it comes to finding a job. So that was a good place to start. And these days, most kids would screw their nose at working at Burger King or McDonald's. Just a more Victorian style old building. Nice. So we just go at the end of this street and see what we can find. We go at the end of this street and see what we can find. But I like the feel of it. I like the atmosphere. It just feels very lively. I mean, people are just chilling out and enjoying themselves. I like it. Absolutely like it. So try and change my hand around. My arm is already numb. My arm's already numb because I've been filming pretty much non-stop to try and get ahead because I go back to work next week. And when I do, there won't be much time for me to make regularly brand new videos every week. Sometimes I might, sometimes I might not. It just depends with the work schedule. So that will definitely determine whether I do. So your guys' likes and subscription hopefully will change that. And we can just explore and make videos and share with you guys. You know, that's the goal. And if you enjoy my videos, stick around and let's explore together. I see some really nice buildings here, guys. Look at all of these. So it looks like there's a bus station down there, downstairs. But I'm loving this, absolutely loving this. So yeah, if I haven't introduced myself, my name is Os. I do vlogs just around Melbourne and now, as you can see, around Victoria. And now we can also say around Queensland. So my goal is just to make as many good vlog videos. Mainly my vlogs are cinematic vlogs. And I try and make it more interesting, just not your normal vlog, just recording yourself and talking away. I want to make it a little bit more interesting and share that experience with you guys. And if that sounds like you, well, I'd like to have you on board and let's do it together. But this is what we got here. Absolutely neat. That's very interesting looking. So yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. The bus station is downstairs, and also the car park is downstairs. So everything is down there. So that's where the bus depots are. You can catch your bus. I think that's cool. So that's why you don't have any cars on this street. So everything is on the ground. But this is what we got here, guys. It's raining a little bit, but it's not enough to put us off exploring. So we will still explore. What do we have here? Nice sculpture. Interesting. Might make a good place to hide from the rain. But yeah, we gotta keep going. We're not gonna hide from the rain. But I think once we get into this bus depot, which I'm very intrigued about this bus depot. So I want to go and have a look what's in there. So let's go and have an explore. Look at that. Jesus. The smell of piss down there is horrible. Absolutely horrible. But this is what we're looking at. Down in those stairs, it's just smell really bad with piss. So I think they didn't plan that really well, because there should have been public toilets down here if that's the service that's been offered. Because it doesn't matter how good it is. If the hygiene is not good, you don't want that. So they can't afford to put toilets in here. But that's the buses here, almost like trams, but they're just buses. Wow. So it looks like the buses, basically, they just stop by the doors and the doors just open and people just go in. I hope nobody calls security for vlogging like Geelong. In Geelong, I decided I didn't want to use the footage, and said, you know, the interactions with the security was more interesting to me than actually showing you guys shops of, you know, Myers and David Jones. You can see those shops any day, but you're not gonna see security pulling me over for vlogging anytime soon. So nothing really exciting. Can't tell me Target is really exciting. I don't think so. So we're getting out of here. We'll go outside and look for something more interesting than that. Make it back out on Elizabeth Street, and that's where I want to go, over there. So that's what I'm interested in. But that's the feel of that, Elizabeth Street. Very cool. So yeah, like I was saying, I like how the similarity of names and all of that. Okay, that doesn't look good. He's definitely passed out with 2 bottles of wines tucked in on his shoulder. And that's what I mean. Sometimes, you know, everyone's got their challenges, and some people are just, you know, they're just going through a lot of hard times in their life, and some people give up, some people keep going. So that's the sad part of life. So people might not agree the path that I've chose, but it is my life, I have to live it. I don't have to live it for other people. So this is what we're looking at out here, guys. So I've seen that bridge, so I wanna go on the bridge if I can, and see if we can have a look-see over on that side. But that being said, I'm still very close with my mom. I'm still very close with my brothers. You know, I've got 27 brothers and sisters, you know, to be exact, 14 girls and 13 boys. So my family is a large family. As you know, most West African families have they practice polygamy. And as you know, that usually means multiple wives and multiple kids. But if you're talking about myself and my mom had 6 kids of her own. And our parent, sadly, one passed away when he was just only about 5 years old. He passed away when he was about 5 years old. So this is the field here, guys. That's the view. I thought that would be a very good place to come. But let's go over there, and then I'll do a bit of a fan and get you guys to soak in all that views. So yeah, he died at 5 of malaria. So in my family, growing up, I had 3 siblings that died of malaria, so I experienced it at a very, very early age. But that being said, you know, you still gotta pick yourself and you keep moving. You know, that's the sad part. But this is what we're looking at on this side here. Just a highway. You know, people just finishing off their shifts. And the same goes for that side. Just a highway. All right, you guys got that? So let's see what's on the other side of the bridge, because I have got all day. I didn't come all this way to rush around and make like a quick videos for you guys. So these videos I'm gonna be making, I want to make at least 3 videos, that's my goal. But if we can fit in a 4th one would be nice, because I'm not gonna be sitting at home needing to edit something. I don't have anything to edit because I'm far away from home. And secondly, I don't watch TV that much unless I'm at home just chilling, then I'll watch mainly just YouTube. But I don't watch normal TV because I'm not a big fan of all the constant ads that never stops. But this is what we got here. Let's just soak in those views for the sake of it. Anyway, in my opinion, if you live in this country, consider yourself extremely lucky, because if you live half of the life that I have been through, for someone like myself, the only reason why I ended up being out of Gambia is out of resilience, but also refusing to give up. The amount of time I've asked if I could go to the UK and I was told to rack off, and I refused to, and keep going back to my cousin to reinforce the fact that I needed to leave this place. There's no future for me over here. And I was right, there was no future for me. I've got 3 kids, I've happily raised them with their mother, which is Lena, and they're all grown up. You know, now this is my life, this is the life I want to build. You know, and on my last vlog, I had my daughter with me, Jennifer, so you guys, if you watch the video of Brunswick, you would have seen her come with me. So that was my way of spending time with her and just bonding with her. You know, even though she is all grown up, I'm trying to be very available to my kids as much as possible. And you know, your kids are never going to stop needing you. And it's always good to also be very available to your kids. Anyway, this is what we got here. It looks like we just got a ferry going from one end from there to over there. Why would anyone want to catch a ferry from there to there? I've just walked it. Really? Catch a ferry from there? Oh, well, it's cheap, so I suppose. It's only $1. It's only 50 cents to catch public transport, so I suppose you can justify it. They rather pay 50 cents than walk it. But I also like it. They've got like water fountains along here. Nice hangout to soak in all the views. I could only imagine if you came out here on a really nice day. Absolutely cool. There we go, see? It is all right, but it doesn't taste all that great. But it's okay, it's drinkable. It's free water. So yeah, back to my story. So I refused to give up. So every time I went to see my cousin, and I told him that that's what I needed to do. So yeah, at the end of it, his wife, Aisatu, she's a very important person in my life, and I still have a lot to do with her still now. She advocated for me, and then that advocation, as you know, sometimes if you want to talk to some really big guys, you need to talk to their wives, and somebody is going to listen to you. I'll come back to that in a second. But this is just where they went. So they went from there to here. But because it's 50 cents, why not? We don't want to cross the bridge walking. So, but she's very important in my life. I still have a lot to do with her. Every time I visit Gambia, I stay with her. After I see my mom's really in the provinces. So that's where my family is. So I do go and see them when I can. So the last time I was over there was about 2 years ago. But when you have work and you have commitment, things like house, mortgage, you know, I built a life for myself over here. So I really don't feel that attachment that I need to be there all the time, because when I go there, I do not relate to a lot of things over there. So being away for 31 years, I came out as a youngster, an 18-year-old. So I'm not calling myself, I'm not a white person, nor am I trying to be a white person for those that might think that, you know, over on that side. I just know that my cultural shift, I am a westernized guy and I live a Western culture, and my wife is a Westerner. So if that is not good enough, not my problem. I'm just living my life, absolutely living my life. And as you can see, this channel, the majority of the people that watch this channel are people that live in this country. They support me 100%, and they watch my content, they like, they comment, and they're very supportive, and I like that. So, if what I do, my lifestyle and who I am doesn't appeal to you, well, I'm not your cup of tea, mate. Feel free to go and buy a coffee or whatever whatever rocks your boat. But this man ain't gonna lose no sleep over it. All right, this is what we got here. I'm almost forgetting, look at how interesting. I'm already going past this interesting thing here. A Ferris wheel. That's what they got here. Let's see whether we can afford to go in there. Let's see if we can afford to. Oh, absolutely we can afford to go in there. I think we should go and have a look-see up there and ride that thing. What do you reckon, guys? Let's go for a ride. How you going? Yeah, I want to go up there and have a look-see. And that was, how much is it? 20, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm good. Yep. So we are gonna go and have a look. It's only $22, so it's not that expensive. So we go and have a look-see, and hopefully we can soak in some of those views and pretend we've got a drone. That's what we're gonna do up there.
Thanks.
Good on you.
Please go to the green screen just for a quick
Thank you. Ba.
green screen.
A green screen, yeah, so that you can crop me out. I'm getting the green screen treatment. I like the green screen, that's it.
2, 1, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Perfect. So just take the left lane.
Thank you. So the green screen, you chroma key, and it just takes all the background out. So you can be put in there riding that thing, even if you want. It looks like we've got a gentleman here, and he will just get us loaded in. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. It'll be about 5 minutes.
All right, thank you. So it'll be about 5 minutes. We can get in there and pretend we've got a drone. We can certainly make it very cinematic, but it's raining, so that's definitely going to sabotage our views. But we'll see what we get. This couple there from France, so they're going to ride as well from Marseille. So we're just talking about a little bit of soccer and a little bit of history about soccer in Gambia. So Gambia is a soccer nation. So there's no things like AFL or rugby league or cricket. There's people that play cricket casually, but yeah, most people are soccer people. This is what I wanted to do when we went over to Docklands, but for some reason, that thing is gone and I don't think they're gonna get that going in Docklands. In Melbourne. I wish these things were going. I wish it was going. But it's not.
Come on in.
Thank you. If I need him or I need to get off, I can yell out. But that's not going to happen. But you see, all of that is all misty. So we're not probably going to end up with the best views. Over this way.
Fun fact, the first recorded use of electricity for public purposes in Australia took place in Brisbane in 1880.
So we're not going to get a lot of view out of this because of the rain has ruined it all.
Is named after the Brisbane suburb of Wollongabba. The Gabba
As we go.
was used in athletics, Australian rules football, baseball, cycling, rugby and soccer, but it's most famous as the home of the Queensland Cricket Association. And
As you know, Brisbane is the third largest city in Australia. Of course, Melbourne and Sydney being at the top. But with the population, I think it's 1.5 million or something people that live here. So it's not as big as Melbourne, but it's still big. Distracted there about my dad. So when he was 6, like I said, he got sent away to learn Arabic. He didn't come back to his family until he was about 18. And when he did, his parents already passed away. So being away from them for that long, he pretty much lived all his life without his parents. So having come back to his parents being gone, and he has to raise his brothers and his sister. So that was his task. But then he ended up in the diamond mines in Sierra Leone, so the blood diamond, so he definitely lived that in real life. So that was his life for a long time. And that being said, most of his adult life just went by, caring for his siblings. but also having to sacrifice that much for his family. But I consider myself very lucky. That's not my life, but like any parent, that's what you give up in your life so that your kids don't have to suffer the same fate as you. So for me, I'm giving up everything that actually ties me to things that actually stop me from going forward. I'm giving all of that up so that my kids and I can have a better life. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, so that was my dad's story. So he died at the age of almost 90, at the age of 89. So that was in 2009. So in 2008, I was lucky to take all my kids and my wife, my in-laws from New Zealand. So we went to Gambia for I went for a month, but they stayed for about 2 weeks, I think, because Gambia is very, very hot. So my mother-in-law, Esther, the heat wasn't something that she was handling very well, but also Gambia can be very, very stressful. So, but that was a good life experience for them. So you get out there, go and see the world, have a different perspective to life and see whether you're hard done by or not. Because I think if you really live in any part of this country, you're absolutely lucky. So they don't call it a lucky country for nothing. And if you think that, maybe things can't be any different, well, I wasn't born here, man. But I'm telling you, I know, because I'm able to come out and do what I needed to do. Not to brag or say anything, but I think I've done very well for myself. And that's working hard. And by giving up working days and working nights pretty much for the last 12 years. Actually, it's going 13 years I'm working night shift. So that's what I have to give up to get what I have. So sometimes if you want something, you just have to give up something. But that's what we're looking at on that side, over there. Good experience, so I hope it was worth it, and if it is, thank you very much for that.
If you're interested, it's $30. It includes digital copies as well.
No, I'm gonna give it a pass because I'm actually vlogging.
No,
thank you very much.
Sure.
All right, thank you. So I can understand we pay 22 for that. That's fine. We wanted to have the experience of riding that wheel. But I don't want another $30 being taken out of my pocket for some photos that I'm not gonna need. So I do not need the photos, but we're just gonna walk along here and see how far we can go. So, and I hope you guys enjoy that ride as well. But we'll just go and see what else is on that side and explore some more. Hello, how are you? Good, I like it. They look very friendly. They've got a smile on their face, but sometimes people they're just shy to say anything. But when you see someone that's got a smile, you certainly would know if that smile is for you. And it would be just nice to say hello. You see things on TV and all of that stuff, and then, you never know when you're actually gonna have that experience yourself. But I've seen this sign on TV a lot. Very good. But since we're here, let's just have a good fan just in case we didn't. So we're just soaking those views. So this is where my wide angle lens come in handy. So that's the sign over here, but I'll just try and walk in this way, and hopefully I can capture all of that in a nice way. But it's really cool. So that's what's out here. I know we're further away from where we are initially, but I don't think that should be a reason why we shouldn't go out and check out what else we can find. So that's the feel of that. So it's South Brisbane train station. And that's just a food court. I like us to go and see what else we can find in the more interesting side of the city. The bus is like one bus after another, and just look at all of that. But they just seem to be rolling one bus after another. So I could only imagine that also being a very, very reliable public transport over here. I would have loved to walk on the other side of the bridge, but this is also just as fine. It's certainly not a nice day at all, but hopefully we get a good video out of it. You know, so long we can see what we're doing, we're good. But the rain itself is not too bad. Absolutely not too bad. That's a good find, to be honest. If we didn't come down this way, I could have easily missed this building. This place reminds me of Cologne. I like Cologne. Cologne is nice, very modern, but it's also got like some really historic buildings down there. And one of my favorite buildings over there is this really old Gothic church over there. That's a really nice one. So you can see it if you're actually in the trains going past. So you can see it there. Very cool. But this is the building that I was just talking about. So let me just go over that way so that you guys can have a good look at it. Hang. So this is the building here. And there's a church just right here as well. So we can just go and check that out in a bit. But I want to know what this place is called first before we keep going. How cool is that? How cool is that? So if you're enjoying these views, you're enjoying this video, don't forget to give it a like, and also make sure you subscribe for more, because we are definitely going to do this one way or the other. We are going to explore the world, and we are going to make videos, and we're going to share them. So I would like you to come along and let's make videos and enjoy them together. Very cool artwork here. Good old kangaroos. How cool is that? So you can pause that and have a read if it interests you. And who is this chap here? That must be King George. So my last numeral attempt was a big fail, and I would assume with the V that would be just a 5. So we'll call him King George or George the Fifth, I would assume. So hopefully I didn't butcher that, and if I did, help me in the comments. At some point we're gonna get there, but so long we're exploring these older buildings and recording it, I'm always gonna butcher it. So like I said, man's Gambian. I'm gonna go and have a look-see. See whether I'm allowed to come in here. And then since it's a community building, we just see what's up here. But this is what's up here, guys. But we are exploring. Nice solid marble. This building will be here until the end of time. Don't you even worry. super cool. How cool is that? Looks like all those mayors, the office of the Lord Mayor. Hello. And that's just more trophies. So that's the Lord Mayor's. So we can go in there with a camera. There we go. Some more historic stuff. And here as well. Okay, Sir Thomas Brisbane. Is that the guy that they named this city after? Maybe? Maybe not. Or maybe he was just an artist. Okay, that's who he is. So you can pause that and have a read, but that's who that guy is. So what else is in here? So those doors are old as hell, but you need the electronic you need the electronic key tag to get in there. So some more flags, obviously, from the good old days. But that's what happens here. The Mayor of Brisbane City Council. So this is the other place I was talking about, the church over there. So a very interesting looking church. Inside that building, there's like solid marble on every part of those stairs. So that could be here for 100 years, not 100 years, it still look the same. But that's the feel of that on that side. And we just keep moving that way. And that's the feel of it that way. We're not going to attempt to go in that church. But what we can do is, we can attempt to come over this way and have a look-see. Very nice. I missed my steps there for a second. So that's what the church is. We keep on exploring. I know it's probably going to be a long one, but these ones are not going to be short videos because, as you know, I've been sponsored and to come out here, and that was some good money being spent. So we're not going to come all the way just to make a 30 minutes video. And who is to say I'm going to get 200 views from it? I don't know. But that can always change when you guys watch the video and do us a favor and give it a like, because that also encourages the video to be shown to other people that might enjoy it as well. That's the only way we're going to keep going places and also keep growing the channel to do some more awesome videos. So we're not aiming for short videos on this trip. We're just hoping to cover as much as we can. And if you have the time, you can watch it in split times. But that's what's happening here. But I think beyond here, there's really nothing to keep going forward for. But I think you guys got the feel of it. So all the interesting things are over on that side. I wonder what's up there. Just looks like an office building and people coming out with their office tags. So we're not going to attempt to go over there. I'm not sure whether we've seen this building or we recorded it, but it certainly looks very interesting. I'll let you guys enjoy all of that. It's a maybe and a maybe not. But either ways, how neat. So that's what's over here. So that's just in front of the central station. So as you can see, it's called Central Station probably right from the beginning of time. So, and not much have changed. But even with all that old buildings, you still got like much more newer buildings on top of it. So I think that's very neat. So it's got the flame still going, the insect. It's got the flame going, as you can see. So for those of you that don't know what the insect is, it's the Battle of Gallipoli, when Australia and New Zealanders formed together to fight in Gallipoli. And a lot of people lost their life. And every year in April, it's commemorated, or should I say celebrated. And they call it the Insect Day. But this place definitely look like it's an insect memorial. So you got a lot of soldiers and things like that. Very good. So beneath it, obviously, it leads to the central station, I think. So you walk underneath it and it takes you to central station. So they did a good job of it. Yes, that takes you to central station. Yep, all those are sailors. Pilots. Well, we also got some more here. A wounded soldier getting a medical treatment from an end. This is from the World War II. All right. You can pause that and read it if you want to, but we're gonna keep moving. And I think that will do, guys. I think we've done very well. I've seen some more monument over there, so I'm just gonna get up on top of that and we'll see that. And but I think we've got the gist of that. These fellas are very common here. I'm not sure what they're called. You know, very common, these birds. That's a Major General. I would imagine he played a part in a big part in the Second World War. So that's his title and everything. That's what he was about, I suppose. As you know, we're not historians, nor are we history specialists. But this is that's the feel over here, guys. This is very interesting. Very interesting. I don't know what that is. If you do, let me know. I certainly do not know. There's no plaque to explain, but unless if it's like a flames or it holds flames or something like that, let me know in the comments if you know what this is. I don't. Certainly don't. Now we're not going to walk on the grass. I don't want my shoes. I don't want my shoes getting wet. The grass is very wet, so we're not going to walk on the grass. Look at all these nice chill out areas. You come in here and just enjoy yourself. Very good, and there's just still people out there doing their day job. But how is that for office with a view? I think you look forward to coming to work every day. Don't tell me you don't like your job with that view. If your boss is not good to you, tell him to quit it and just leave you alone. I wonder if it's still a post office or what's in there. I think it is still a post office. Very neat. And it is still an operating post office, believe it or not. It is still a post office. So all these years, it is still an operating post office. There we go. So we walk along and see what else is at the end of this. So we've been at it for almost 3 hours. And I think that's pretty solid. So let me know in the comment section what you think of it. I'll always keep reminding you guys, because I know some of you watch on phones and watch on your TV. It's very hard. A majority actually watch on TV, so it's really hard to put in a comment. But if you can't put a comment, just drop us a like. There's another Catholic church over here. Ah, look at this, guys. Look at that. Wow. I have a feeling this is on Elizabeth Street. That's very good. There we go. It's probably open as well. We'll go have a look-see. You know, as we always still have a look. Real spiritual place. You can certainly tell the people in there are really at peace with themselves, which is good, you know, which is good. You have to find something that connects the dots for you. Otherwise, the world can be a bit of a painful place sometimes. So having something to hang on to or to elevate some of those pain and misery, having something that actually can do that for you, you know, I would say good on you. Absolutely good on you. But that's what's over here. Just another very historic looking building. So that's really neat. So look at this building. It's very cool. So it just leads out to the port. So I would say that's definitely tied to the church, all of this. Cardinal House, yep, part of the church. Since we're exploring, some of you who never been here probably never will be here. So this might be an opportunity to have a bit of a look-see. So more office there, the typewriter. The Queensland Governors Transport and Main Road Customer Service Center. So that's what that is. So that's what that was. So I hope you guys like the video, and if you do, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe, and I will certainly see you on the next one. And this is what this iconic bridge look like, guys. Really cool.